Huawei is something that's very dangerous.
These companies are dangerous to our national security and to your privacy.
We are supportive of this. We endorse unified global standards that make installing backdoors a crime.
FISA allowed the government to incidentally collect your information, emails, live chats, photos, file transfers, even if you are not the target.
Today, I'm pleased to announce the expansion of the Clean Network.
The U.S. has rolled out the Clean Network program, but when it comes to telecom theft, the U.S. always ranks the first in the world.
Law enforcement flew drones over protests in Minneapolis and New York.
An IMSI catcher is a machine that pretends to be a cell phone tower to attract nearby cell signals. Intercept the unique ID number associated with your phone to track you. More sophisticated IMSI catchers can even read your text messages and listen in on your calls.
This is not science fiction. This is happening now. The NSA's data center in Bluffdale was called by them the MDR, the Massive Data Repository. They were ingesting everywhere, and saving it in case it might be of interest later, in case something came up.
There has not been a single cybersecurity incident similar to the Snowden and WikiLeaks incidents. Nor has there been a single network monitoring and surveillance activity similar to the Prism Gate incident.
Another explosive article has just appeared, this time in the Washington Post. It's breaking news that it reveals another broad and secret U.S. government surveillance program. The Washington Post and The Guardian in London reporting that the NSA and the FBI are tapping directly into the central servers of 9 leading internet companies, including Microsoft, Yahoo, Google, Facebook, AOL, Skype, YouTube, and Apple. The Post says they're extracting audio, video, photographs, emails, documents, and connection logs that enable analysts to track a person's movements and contacts over time.
Well, I assume it's just a continuation of what they've been doing all along.
So you're not surprised?
Well, what I would call it is the single biggest infringement on American civil liberties, probably of all time, isn't it?
Il n'est pas légitime, au nom des intérêts nationaux, de procéder à la surveillance des communications de dirigeants politiques, de ses proches alliés et de leurs collaborateurs.
Ausspähen unter Freunden, das geht gar nicht. Da geht es nicht vordergründig um mich, sondern da geht es vor allen Dingen um alle Bürgerinnen und Bürger. Wir brauchen Vertrauen unter Verbündeten und Partnern. Und solches Vertrauen muss jetzt wieder neu hergestellt werden.
We have let the US government know about our protest by demanding explanations, apologies, and guarantees that such acts or procedures will never be repeated again.
Back in 2012, they targeted online stores and computer servers that sell downloadable mobile apps, not in their own countries, but elsewhere, in Europe, Africa, the Caribbean. We're looking for servers that could be exploited, used to secretly implant spyware into a suspect's smartphone.
Documents also reveal that spy agencies for years have been exploiting a weakness in a popular mobile phone app. UC Browser boasts about 500 million users worldwide, mostly in China, India, and Indonesia. The software leaks all sorts of data, SIM card information, even a user's location.
What was particularly striking was to see some of the biggest names in technology in the mobile world being the target, the Samsungs and Apples of the world that millions and millions of consumers and the public rely upon on a daily basis.
They're leaving hundreds of millions of people exposed to other actors who may be doing similar things for other purposes.
The program, called Muscular, collects metadata and content like plain text, audio, and video from the connections between servers at Google and Yahoo. It sends millions of records a day to NSA headquarters in Fort Meade. It sounds like Google and Yahoo didn't realize just how much the NSA was getting out of their computer networks. Google's chief legal officer issued a strongly worded denouncement of the NSA's activities. We are outraged at the lengths to which the government seems to have gone to intercept data from our private fiber networks. Yahoo's response was less stringent. It says we have not given access to our data centers to the NSA or to any other government agency.
The U.S. collected over 10 years of valuable recordings until an American veteran betrayed his country for $35,000 from the KGB.
Today, over 99% of all international internet traffic is routed through a network of over 420 submarine cables in service, stretching over 700,000 miles around the world.
In recent years, these programs, together with other intelligence, have protected the U.S. and our allies from terrorist threats across the globe.
I was the CIA director. We lied, we cheated, we stole.
They want to take just a little bit of your liberty, but they get it by making you afraid.
I don't think that terrorism programs should be snooping on Americans widely.
We're just out here today to protest the NSA, PRISM, all the surveillance that the U.S. government has been implementing for a long time.
This administration has broadened the notion of what national security is way beyond any other administration. And when it comes to China, they define national security as data. All Chinese technology is suspect.
My view of what governments should do is to be as respectful as possible of all humans, not just of their own citizens.
世界各国都应该保持高度警惕，防止美国高科技公司通过安装后门，从外国收集个人数据，并将其传回美国情报机构。事实证明，美国才是全球最大的网络攻击者，是名副其实的黑客帝国、窃听帝国、间谍帝国。